Today is a beautiful March day. We are capturing the sun, and today we are also hauling some manure. So it's springtime, and that means it's time to start hauling some manure. Our pits are full, and we're ready to get some out on the ground to get ready for planting. So today, Ebersol Spreading is here to haul some liquid manure to a field that's nearby here. But today they're using a different process than we've ever used here at the farm. So because of the situation of where the field is at, and the fact that we want to be injecting it, they've created some different equipment to get this job done, because we can't drag line. It's too far or too crazy to get a drag line all the way over there. So they've built some equipment to be able to inject in a little bit more efficient process, not having to run injectors back and forth. So let's go check it out, see how they're making out. Want to be careful pulling out this spot. This is the spot where 8 Ball got hit. You guys remember that truck? Dirty Max Jack? Right here, got hit. So we're out here in the field. Today we're injecting manure, but we're doing it a little bit differently than we've done it in the past. So in the past, you've seen us injecting with a drag line, but today they're using a new process that they just kind of worked out, and they're using nurse tanks to fill this tank, which has the injector on it. So instead of running the tank with the injector on it back and forth, a lot of wear and tear and not so efficient from a time standpoint, they're using 3 other tanks to continue to bring manure to this tank, and they transfer it in through the boom, and then the tank with the injector can keep on running. So the process is the same. We're still injecting it into the ground, which has the benefits that we talked about before, but the means of getting the manure to the tank is a little bit different today. What are you guys doing here today?
So we're injecting manure at a farm a little farther away from the hog barn. So we're using nurse tanks to run in between the farm and the field to nurse the injector rig.
Hey, look at that sweatshirt. So the main benefit of injecting the manure into the ground is that we're applying the manure right where it needs to be, and it stays there. So by putting it under the surface of the dirt a little bit, it captures the nutrients in the ground and it makes it available for the plants to use. There's always a little bit of loss of nutrients when you do a surface application. So although this process is a little bit more expensive, there are benefits to that because we can keep the nutrients where we want it and maximize the nutrients that are available to use for the plant. So you can see that there's very little manure that's showing on the surface. So we've captured almost all of it right into the dirt. So today we're putting about 7,000 gallons of hog manure on per acre. And that number is calculated based on what nutrients we need to grow the crop and what nutrients are already in the ground. So it's a pretty extensive process with soil sampling, manure sampling, that we calculate the amount of nutrients that we need to apply. So it's just enough that the plant can flourish, but not so much that we have extra that could run off or not be utilized by the crop. Like the boys are down here working on this, probably an RC course. What you guys working on?
Huh? We're working on an RC track.
Can you drive up that?
That's what we're trying to see.
Right here.
Haven't tried it yet.
Yesterday we made this part right here,
Oh, cool.
and then this part that goes down there.
At first it was like really like in there, and there was like a part over top, but that fell off.
Oh,
Like came down.
nice.
Like,
Looks
there's
good.
actual Trails like this in Hurricane, like big cliffs, and it's just like a little ledge.
Right. We know about Hurricane because of Matt's off-road recovery, which is something we enjoy watching.
There's like a spot that almost looks like the shape of a head. So we're gonna make a masterpiece on the side of the air cap.
Okay, so a bunch of you farm wives probably understand this of being a farm wife, that you can spend some mornings or afternoons on the road being the errand person. Mitch asked if I could drop off a motor that needs fixed. I think it's something for in the hog barn, and some hydraulic pump, which my guess would maybe be on a skid loader, maybe for a tractor. Mitch would be able to tell you. Anyway, so I have 2 stops to make for that, and then I'm running to the one farm store because we have some supplies that we need to get there. And I made myself an iced coffee for the driving, running around. So anyway, I get to do that here this afternoon. So here's a question for you guys. I said about my iced coffee. Do you guys like your coffee hot or do you like it iced? I prefer it being iced. And I haven't always been a coffee fan, but it's growing on me. And the reason why I've been drinking more of it is actually because of Tegan. So a few years ago, she kept asking if she could have a coffee maker at Christmas time. And 2 years ago, we decided to get her a coffee maker. And now that we have one, I don't make coffee every morning or every day, but every once in a while we make it. And it's growing on me, but obviously you can tell by the color of my iced coffee, I do like creamer in it. So we actually have the Snickers flavored creamer, which is super yummy. There is something kind of fun about drinking your iced coffee while you run your errands. I'm coming up on my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's house. Told them I'd do a beep if, I don't know if they're out, but gave my little beep. So over there is actually the one feed mill. You can't see it super great out the window, but that's the one feed mill that we get our grain from, our starter and our grower that we give to the calves. And here's my first stop. All right, Mitch has all the parts back here. So this is the motor. Drop that off. Okay, I have the pump dropped off, picked up a filter from there at the same place where I dropped off the pump, and the guy that owns the place, his daughters make baked goods and buy donation, so I figured I would help the cause and have a little snack with my iced coffee while I keep making my errands. It's pretty tasty. Getting crumbs everywhere. Okay, last stop here is the farm store. See, this is probably, yep, that's Jaden's bus. So we'll see if we'll catch him in the driveway. Home again, home again. See him, he's almost up to the house. Oh, there you go, out of the way. Hey you.
What?
Reading a book?
Yep.
What you reading?
It's called Words on Fire.
That sounds intense.
Yep. I'm getting to a good part, so I read it as I was going up.
Nice. All right. back home. I have your filter.
Thanks.
Yep. Got more electrolytes. Put these over here. Nice and shiny and new, dirty and used. And Harold wanted some Roundup, so I guess I'll just put this in the driveway for now. And now I'm back on the road because this is mom life, and I have to pick up the twins from track practice. And then a little bit later I'll turn back around and go get Kaylin from track practice because the twins are on junior varsity, Kaylin's on varsity. So they don't end at the same times, but it's too long in between to wait at the school for Kaylin. So my car is pretty much on autopilot going to and from the school. But I also know that it won't be too long from now that I won't be doing the driving them around, because before you know it, Kaylin will be doing the back and forth for me. So I need to appreciate the time that I have with them in the car now. Perfect timing, they're coming. Sometimes you have to sit here and wait a little bit. Looks like Tegan stopped to talk to her coach. It was a beautiful day for track practice. It's like 61 degrees or something. Here comes Tegan. Hi. How was practice? I saw Coach Joe give you a fist bump. Was it a good practice? Hello. How was practice for you?
Good.
Did you do the same thing Tegan did?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do when we get home? Guess what? Feed calves. Yay. You like that spot? The cat always likes to lick the drips. I say it's like licking the batter off of the mixer. Use those muscles. Oh yeah. What are you snacking on? Grapes?
Grapes.
They're like really good.
I
They're
know.
crunchy.
They're like addicting. It's so good.
I gotta put this up.
When you're supposed to be helping. I am helping.
Okay, let's see how fast this cat wakes up. Oh, hi. We're gonna start it up. You're probably gonna run off.
Say Benji on the seat.
This guy licking his lips. He wants his milk. Here you go. You guys remember how I've said before that I think this part is so satisfying with opening up this bag. feel like I'm being watched.
We didn't put it in. He's getting bigger.
Yeah, we already did them earlier. Okay, we gotta go up top. Who's driving?
Not me. Jen, you want to drive?
Okay, we'll scoot over.
Sorry.
That's because Kaylin doesn't want to give up the cat. Jaden, are you coming up? Are you riding or are you walking?
Oh yeah, collars. We burned them to the ground. Kata lost her collar. Yeah, I know.
No, so what? Oh, Jaden. Feels like a maze.
First shot. He took the third hose. And the third hose only has 4 guys to do.
Oh